Here he has this foreground element. So he's filming from very far down low, slowly moving the camera to the right. Hello friends and welcome. No, today we're gonna do it differently. What's up everybody? Welcome back to another... You get what this video is gonna be about today, right? It's time to look at a video from Peter McKinnon. So today we're gonna look at Peter McKinnon's short film, The Bowl. So, hello and welcome back to yet another reaction analysis video. If you're new to this channel, my name is Florian. I'm a video creator, editor, filmmaker from Germany, and in this series I analyze some of your favorite creators, take a look at their effects, techniques, their styles, so that you can learn something to improve your editing. So I've been wanting to take a look at Peter's videos for quite a while now, but I couldn't really figure out which one to look at. And this one I think is perfect, because I mean, we all love his B-roll sections, right? But this is like an entire short film. So we get to see him create like an entire story as a package. Let's press play and look at The Bowl. So immediately it starts in the beginning with wide angle shots so that you see the surrounding, you see what's happening. The music also gives you the vibe. It's like the drums, dum 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 dum. And to anticipate that it directly jumps in, there's a little bit of this rising right before the first beat that starts already when the picture is still black. Very wide drone shot, establishing shot. Here you hear a lot of sound effects from those very, very fast clips of sitting in the car. We kind of get a feeling for where we are. As you know probably by now, I always want you to pay attention to the sound effects that he used here. Right before we get in the car and see the rain on the windscreen, you hear the thunder. And here the honking in the background when we're sitting in the car. Very fast-paced shots here. So far there's not a clear beat in the music yet that he's cutting to, it's just very fast-paced. The music sounds very much like as if it was in a movie trailer, so it has these drum hits. Da, 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 dum. Here he's doing a lot of speed ramping, goes from slower to faster. It's a rotating shot, so he added a couple of very similar shots behind each other that were all shot on a very wide angle lens, very close, and then with the gimbal rotating around. Here, this one, and this one. Also another very long gimbal shot. Here he had a masking transition. So the moment that this woman blocks the guy that he was following previously on the gimbal, here he masks out, and here you see that it's feathered and reveals the next shot underneath. Another gimbal shot. So from rather wide angle shots here where you see a lot of surrounding, we now go more into like the details. Listen to the water splashing. Also here to this, you hear hands rattling in the grass. Laughter, jingle sounds, the birds flapping. And here it has a very strong build-up. It feels though as if this could be like the trailer for a movie. Really like the drone shot. Here's a very, very close-up shot. Could potentially be shot on a macro lens. Super, super big detail. And then this matches very well together. First you see here how it's being cooked, and then that child that directly looks there. So these shots are very, very well connected. What's really nice about this shot is here you see how the sunlight is broken in the vapor or smoke or whatever comes up here. This, by the way, is for any beginner my biggest suggestion to improve your shots by having revealing foreground objects. So as the wall that is coming here in the shot that is very out of focus. Of course, what always really stands out for any of Peter's videos is just the insanely good image quality. Very nice blurry bokeh background. So here again you see what I meant before. Here he has this foreground element, the bushes. So he's filming from very far down low, slowly moving the camera to the right. So that since he's very close to the bushes, this one moves much faster than this background. And this has a very interesting effect. And now this entire build-up with the music comes to the point where now climax in the music was reached, and in that moment he drops the picture, which is the story of the video.
Probably not the photo you were expecting to see at the end of a sequence like that. And to be honest, me neither. But this photo right here speaks to me the most of everything I saw and captured while
and he now has built us up to that moment. We know the surroundings, we know what's going on and what the story is gonna be about, and now he drops the actual picture of the bowl.
Everything I saw and captured while spending time in Kenya.
The music has slowed down very much, but it has a very heavy feel to it, and that fits perfect now to have epic drone shots like this very long one.
This is what a drought.
And this is a really cool effect, because this is the exact same shot, exact same road, and he's blending from one image to another. So he must have had the exact same flight path with the drone, and then he laid them over each other, and then he blended it over.
It's pretty horrible, right?
Totally horrible, but the effect in the video was cool.
dead crops, nothing grows, there's no water to nourish these crops, so you have no food, nothing to drink, nothing to eat. These people are having to leave their farms to find...
And that's absolutely horrible and humbling, because if you think about that, we living in Europe, for example, we would never have this issue here. Not having food available is nothing that we probably in the Western world can ever imagine. That's horrible.
And this is just the result of a few years.
And the point of the video, you feel now that that's exactly what reaches you, is that it makes you think, it makes you reconsider how you are living your life and the problems that you yourself have, while people have actually real problems in their life. And the music fits very well here to make you think for the deep thought.
While we were there to see some of the effects that this had on the local community, and met a little boy named Wilfred and his mother Maximilla. Now, Wilfred's 3 years old and he can't walk. His legs aren't strong enough to actually...
So in this case, when I watch the video now, from an editor point of view, I see so many things here now in, for example, the way how perfectly focused this is with the foreground element here and the blurry background there. But then again, I can't really focus on that, or I feel it's inappropriate, because here it's so much more about the story in this video. This is again another point that I say so often, is like the videos of those creators who are super, super big and probably your favorite ones. Yeah, they managed to make the absolute best image quality or coolest effects or coolest footage, but at the same time they spend so much time and energy in thinking about what is the message to share, because any of the footage, any of the video is just shallow and empty without actually having a deeper message behind it. And the reason for you to get connected to this video is because it moves you to hear that story, and not because it's the cool footage.
3 years old and he can't walk. His legs aren't strong enough to actually support him because he's malnourished.
That's horrible. So here again, low ground gimbal shots moving to either the left or the right with a foreground element.
Also saw farming techniques that were helping.
It's so crazy to think about that that's the reality for so many people in the world, while us here in Europe, North America, wherever you're watching this, we just go to the supermarket around the corner and then there's no problem. Here another masking transition.
It's the crisis.
Do you hear the bird? So time-lapse. More very epic drone shots. Drone flying forward and slowly tilting down, and these are typically very nice drone shots where it's like top down flying above something. Now it's gonna build up to a final message that he wants to bring over, and you hear that the drums are getting faster and the music is getting more intense. Here again, a slowly revealing shot from behind a foreground element. So you would do that by going slightly behind a wall and then moving super, super slowly to reveal whatever it shall be focused.
But I also
very wide angle on the gimbal.
And that same perseverance that these people have to help one another to ensure little kids like Wilfred get to stand for the first time. Or better yet, walk for the first time.
So for me personally, when I edit a video, I afterwards really watch it myself and see if it creates any sort of emotion in me. And here, first of all, this video is very, very humbling to watch, and then it builds up the joy to see that they don't give up, they do it anyway. And that's very delivered here in that music. The music builds up to that moment to give you that exact feeling. And that's actually when you as an editor do a really, really, really good job, is when the footage and the music and the voiceover was coming together, is really creating a feeling in the person that's watching. And that's ultimately what really makes videos like this stick.
The stitching in the bowl came to represent a lot of things for me, both the desperation that comes with poverty and the ingenuity that humans have to keep persisting. The misconception that happiness somehow means owning nice things. It also struck me as a metaphor for the world as a whole, a world broken by droughts, floods, natural and unnatural disasters, but a world that can be held together by hope and generosity, with the work of organizations like World Vision, and with the small, everyday...
I personally can't even pause at that moment there to add anything about the editing, simply because the message that he's sharing here is really, really powerful and should make us reconsider if we in our normal lives actually wouldn't be able to do anything about this and help here and then support organizations just like this. So with building up the story and building it all around this image of that bowl, that's actually the symbol for the persistence and the perseverance that these people have, is really what makes this video and this moment here at the very end so powerful. And then the final points that he's bringing here, he's underlining them very much with smiling children that are still positive despite any situation that they might have to go through. And then here, that symbolizing handshake.
Organizations like World Vision, and with the small, everyday kindnesses.
And that moment, you hear the sound effect punch.
Show to each other.
And it ends on a very long drone shot and leaves you in that moment of, that should really make us all think. This time a little bit of a different analysis, not that super fast-paced, crazy travel montage, but more a very, very thoughtful and deep video from Peter. I really hope you enjoyed it anyway and learned something from this. Over there you'll find a playlist with lots more of these analysis videos. If you want to suggest a new video that I should take a look at, comment it down below. Until next time.